Yeah, I like the glasses, but
It's up to you, my boy. It's up to you. I would say no, but you the one wearing them, so it's up to you, dog. What's going on, guys? Speedy Morman here from Complex, and today I'm joined by one of the hottest new artists out right now. Roddy Ricch is in the building. Roddy, what up, bro?
yeah, bro.
How you?
I'm straight, you know. Dropped the Feed the Streets yesterday, Feed the Streets too. So
Definitely. So we'll get to that in a second. Right now, we are at Complex Con. What's it like for you? Have you ever been to Complex Con before?
Oh yeah, I was here last year. That was my first time coming was last year. It was cool. I mean, last year I wasn't like nobody then, so it was like, you know, I was just sliding through. This year it was good. Like it was, you know, it was a nice turnout. People was like coming up and showing love and everything, so it was cool.
Definitely. So we were talking about that off camera. You said
Yeah.
last year, how many people in total recognized who you were?
One. I took one picture last year.
One picture.
Yeah.
This year, how many people do you think recognized you?
I can't count.
Too many.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, so the first time I met you was at Made in America in Philly.
Yeah.
Do you remember this encounter?
Yeah.
We met, and I came up to you and I was like, yo, people in New York love your shit.
Yeah.
They play your song all the time in Dyckman Park, a park that you hadn't even heard of at the time, but it's like the biggest basketball park in New York.
Yeah.
And then later on that day, you wound up performing at Made in America.
Right. How I ended up performing was Meek was gonna bring me out, and so it was like, you know, I was in his, you know, his little cabin thing, so it was cool. We was just chopping it up. So then Meek come back in, and he like, bro, you about to perform in like 10 minutes. What the fuck you talking? Like, what you talking about? You feel me? Like, serious? Cause 6ix9ine was late.
Right.
So I was just,
yeah,
they had to fill up their time. So they like gave me my own set. I'm like, for sure. So then, you feel me? I just did it.
When you performed in front of that many people for the first time, how is that different from performing in front of that many people now? Did as many people back then know the words to the song?
Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Just recently when I went to Philly to perform at Powerhouse with Meek, he brought me out. That was the first time that the crowd that big sung my song back. So like when I was singing, I could turn off the music and they was singing it still, you feel me?
You didn't even have to do the work. They
was singing it for me. So it was like, that was a blessing, you know what I'm saying? They like, I know that people really tied and locked in with me. That's like, you know, that speak volume to me, you know?
Now this is your first time on Complex, so I want to make sure we give you a good introduction. Tell us who Roddy Ricch is. I know you're from Compton, but how do you explain who you are?
Well,
and he takes the glasses off.
Yeah. You know, I'm a bag chaser, you know, I like to just get to it, you know what I'm saying? So like, I really just like with anything I do, you know, whether it's business or music or anything, you know, I like to just put everything into it, you know. So with this music situation, I just show people and tell people the different, you know, dynamics of the streets and different things like that, and just really try to guide people to be a chaser, you know, like not just a dream chaser, you know, even though that's Meek, you know, shout out to Meek, not just a dream chaser, just chasing, period, chasing anything, you know, you gotta go get what you know what I'm saying? You gotta go get what you believe in. That's what I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And now are you from Compton, born and raised, or did you move there? Or?
So my mom, she lived on the east side of LA, but all of my family, my cousins, my grandma, my aunt, everybody was all in Compton. So obviously, you know what I'm saying, that's where I was brought up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
how do you feel like Compton as a city influenced you personally? Not musically, just you as a person. Do you think that kind of made you who you are?
Yeah, most definitely it makes you have a thicker skin. You watch your surroundings a little more, you know, you just be a little more militant when it comes to everything. Compton is not a place that's for play, you know what I'm saying? It's a very serious place. But at the same time you can have fun, so it's just all about, you know, I feel like it formed me as far as just, you know, being able to survive in any circumstances, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it instills in you, just growing up in a place like Compton, or, you know, any ghetto, you know what I'm saying? It just forms a sense of survival, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely. So that's where you grew up, right? You kind of were raised and became a man in Compton.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about how you first started getting into music, because I know you didn't have any like family playing music.
No.
You didn't have any family artists. And you kind of, it seemed like, at least in the research that I did, that you kind of didn't take it super serious. You were just kind of doing it because you liked making music. You didn't have the idea to make a career out of it. Is that right?
Yeah. You know, like I said, I'm always about chasing something. So at the time when I was young, I didn't really see a lot of dudes that was rapping on, you know what I'm saying? Even the rappers I seen in the city that was blowing up, I mean, you know, it's just, they wasn't, you know, like I ain't see really no money in it like that, you feel me? We still in the streets, you know what I'm saying? So I never thought it was possible to even be able to, you know what I'm saying? So I just did it for what I, you know what I'm saying? I did it for what I liked. That's what I like to do, so that's why I did it. It wasn't like I'm trying to get money in this or do that. I was on some whole other type of getting money situations. So.
Right, so you started making music, and then you dropped the first Feed the Streets, is that right?
Yeah, that was this time last year.
Right, so it was last November. So you dropped Feed the Streets 1, and I remember I heard you say that you don't write anything.
No.
Is that true? You just go in the studio and just...
Facts.
Is everything off the top, or do you kind of like, you just have a great memory and you know what you're gonna say, or?
No, it's off the top. First thing I say is just...
Do you feel like you're ever gonna run out of shit to say?
Hell no, as long as I'm living. I'm seeing you get what I'm saying? You got on that velour sweatsuit, right. You dripping with your Nike. Just all that shit, you know?
Talk to him one time.
It's drip, you just, it's shit like, you know, the background, everything is inspirational. You could talk about anything, you know what I'm saying?
Cool, all right, so Feed the Streets came out, but then the first time that I had ever heard you, like I said, in my life, was Die Young,
right.
Which I think it's safe to say is at this point is the biggest record that you have.
Yeah.
As of now.
Right.
That was a kind of like a memorial song, is that right?
Yeah.
For who?
Well, it wasn't really specific for anybody, but I made it on the day that X passed away, you know, and so I never met him or anything, so I named it R.I.P. X at first. A feeling that I had, you know, I just felt sad for him because I knew the type of, see what I like, you know, people say that I'm inspired by Eazy-E, and it wasn't necessarily his music, but it was that he was so prolific in what he did, you know, he changed the game in Compton, you know what I'm saying? So with X, I seen that he was a very prolific dude. I never understood the movement. I never really got into the music. I am not even gonna lie to you. But I just seen that he was a very prolific young man, and that was stand out to me, you feel me? So I felt that, you know, R.I.P. to Snoop, R.I.P. to Speaker Now, because these are dudes who are young that had a platform that they were prolific, you know, they were changing the game for the people their age before it was a young nigga movement or, you know, anything like that. These were young dudes that were really doing something, so that's why, I had to make something for them.
For sure. Now, an iconic line in the song, it says, "Tell me why the legends always gotta die quick." Do you feel like oftentimes the most talented people or the legends are the first ones that go, the first ones that
Most
pass?
definitely. You know, I'd be scared, you know. I'd be like, you know, like, is it my day today? Like,
that's what I was gonna ask. Is that a fear that you have because you're young, you're popping? I'm sure you see yourself as a visionary. Do you ever feel like maybe that time will happen for you too soon?
I don't be scared. I don't be really fearful. But it just, let me not say I'm scared. It just be a thought in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it be a thought that is reoccurring. I'll be like, I'm the first dude that made it out my projects doing this music stuff. You just gotta keep pushing though, you know?
Definitely. Did you recorded Die Young after Feed the Streets, right?
Yeah.
So Die Young popped off, and then when I heard that, that's when I revisited Feed the Streets 1.
A lot of people did.
I was gonna say, do you feel like most people did that? They heard Die Young and was like, or at least me, I was like, oh shit, I like this. And then I went back to hear it.
Yeah, after I dropped Die Young, like all my views like doubled and tripled and shit.
Everything else that you had dropped in the past.
So but that's normal, you know? When you make something hotter, they go back. That's just normal, you know, so it's all good.
When I first started following you on Instagram, you didn't have as close to as many followers as you had now.
Yeah,
and you only had one of those chains, the Roddy Ricch joint.
Oh yeah.
But now you got a second one underneath. It's a DC, it's a Dream Chasers chain.
Yeah.
When did you and Meek link up for the first time?
We was in Atlanta at the same studio right before I made Die Young, so probably like June.
Did he already know who you were, or was it just like a chance coincidence?
He had heard about me because O'Malley knew my music and stuff like that, you know, like, so they knew about it. So I just went down, played him some songs, and he heard the NASCAR song, which was on Feed the Streets too. Mm-hmm. And he posted it. And then, you know, we started from there. It wasn't even on no rap. It was like, this is my guy, you know, I'm a rock with him. So it ain't even been on no rap tip. Like we got songs together and stuff like that, but it be more on some like like he be helping me, like that's my big brother, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Now it's your man's beyond just the music. You guys are friends.
Yeah, we talk almost every day, so it'd be cool.
So had he heard Die Young yet, or he had only heard that first tape?
I had made it yet. So when I met him and everything, I was recording and shit, and then I came back home and X had passed away, and then I made this song, sent it to him. When I sent it to him,
I seen a video of him holding.
Right, he did that the day after I sent it to him.
What was he holding? It was like
a goat.
A goat. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
He's
like,
holding a goat.
Yeah, because he was saying I'm like the baby goat.
Right.
So like, you know, it was like that type of issue. And Die Young wasn't out, so everybody kept asking me every time I get on live, every time I post something, every time anything, it was them there cussing me out. Like, man, drop the song, I'm like, damn, like, you know, so it was like that type of tip.
So then you just dropped it.
Yep.
And everybody went crazy.
Yeah.
Do you remember the feeling of watching those numbers climb and just watching people start singing it and posting? How did that feel?
I watched the numbers and I watched all that. It was dope. It was just like, you know, cool. Like, I don't know. I can't even explain the feeling. I still don't feel it. I just be feeling like, you know, just keep getting it. You know what I'm saying? I just be doing what I do. Like rap, I don't know. That's why I don't really consider myself like a rap nigga, I guess, cause I don't be like letting this shit go to my head at all.
Right.
Like this shit is cool. I'm cool. It's all cool.
You still you. You just make music too. That's it.
That's all it be about. Like for real.
Definitely. So now you said you and Meek have music together.
Right.
Obviously this isn't out because I haven't heard any of it.
Right.
When is that dropping?
Next time they see a cover, it might be that.
Okay.
For real.
He's about to drop an album.
He about to drop.
Which we know.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to do with that album?
Can't even tell you that.
So we'll take that as a yes. So you're on Meek's album, which is fire.
What's up with you?
You're on Meek's album, which is dope, which is good. Are you?
I don't know, man.
Are you a dream chaser? Are you signed to him, or is that just your man's on some friendly shit?
That's my brother, man. I'm a dream chaser for life, though. You get what I'm saying? That's my brother.
Definitely. All right, let's talk about Feed the Streets 2, just because that's fresh. I don't know when the people will see this interview, but that shit dropped literally hours ago.
Yeah.
Die Young is finally on a project.
Yeah.
I'm sure that makes the things go up.
Of course.
How does it feel to have kind of another project in the bag, another one?
I feel like I ain't dropped in a year, so it's like I'm back to square one. That's what I feel like. We back to the basics. We gotta, you know what I'm saying? It's like going from college being a man. You got the streets, you feel me? We was in college, I was the man, I guess. And then now it's time to ball out in the NBA type, the league. Yeah.
For sure. You were, well, let's rewind a little bit. Before the project dropped, you were standing on the block with a bunch of your mans. Somebody was playing a ukulele or some little guitar. And you were singing what now is Every Season.
Yeah.
Back then, what made you want to unveil it that way? Was that also off the top? Have you ever written that? What was that whole video about? Because that got like 1 million views on it.
Yeah, I got with Erner and I'm like, look, I got a kind of idea. We could just roll with it. He was in the city. I was like, I got an idea. This song I kind of want to make bigger. You know, I want to do something different. I'm looking at him, Funk Flex.
Okay.
Right?
Shout out to New York one time.
Yeah, you know, Meek be with funk. So I was like, I want to do something, but I'm not really the freestyle, you know? I'm not really like a battle rap type nigga, you know? That's not me. So I was like, I want to do something different. I want to do something that you know, something that I can make a culture within itself, you know, or make, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to do shit my own type of way, you know? So I seen he was doing this thing with niggas freestyling and so I'm like, you know, pull up in the hood, you know? Like I said, I'm not no different. Like I'm be chilling in the hood. When Feed the Streets 2 dropped, I was in my hood like the second it dropped. You feel me? Just
still
chilling.
there.
I pulled the Wraith up right there on the boulevard.
How does that feel to come back to your hood this time in a Wraith?
They see me. They see me grow. They see me come walking in that motherfucker. They see me driving in that motherfucker. Then they see me floating in that motherfucker. So it's like it just leveling up, you know. Like it ain't no different. They don't treat me no different in my hood. It's all the same now. Surrounding areas, you know, that's what you gotta watch. But my own niggas.
So what have you been working on now? Have you been linking up with any other artists? Have you been working on new music even though you just dropped?
Yeah, I work with Dirt, you know, Future, all the guys that I really like musically, you know. I tap in with them. T Grizzly, You know, people in my hood, Double O, Asia, you know what I'm saying? We rocking. It be like that, you know, so. Them is names you probably don't know, but they coming up, they getting it, you know what I'm saying? And they from my hood, so.
Definitely. What can people look forward to from Roddy Ricch in the near future?
I mean, you know, it's coming. Another one. Feed the Streets 3 might pop up, you know.
How soon are we looking?
Faster than last time, that's for sure.